Hi, my friends. It's Patrick Allman with another 3 in 5, where I talk about 3 marketing tips in 5 minutes. I run a consulting agency called Focus Digital Marketing Agency out of Oklahoma City. I've done that for the past 17 years. And if you've been following these videos for a while, I just take questions from the field about life and business. And usually they're focused around marketing, but the one today is not. The one today is more focused more around kind of life balance tips, if you will. I run some very active Facebook groups and very involved with social media, and I solicit questions every week that people want answered. So the one this week comes from a very active Facebook group I have for speaker marketing. It's from Stephen Lacey, and Stephen Lacey hails to us from let me see if I can get this right. Monterrey, Nuevo Leon, Mexico. He's originally from the UK, but now he lives in Monterrey, Nuevo Leon, Mexico. I hope I got that right, Stephen. And Stephen asked the following question. Patrick, how do you stop yourself from burning out? Do you rigidly schedule your time or follow your body clock? With no supervisor, I find myself working most of the day and night. Well, Stephen, I'm going to kind of easily answer that one for you. It's about a quarter after 10 o'clock at night, Central Time, and look what I'm doing. I'm at my desk recording a video for you. So, I kind of fit in the work when I have the time to. And you are right. You are 100% right when you are thinking that, if you're an entrepreneur or you're working from home, or even if you work for somebody else, that sometimes when you're like a high achiever, that you really end up working long hours. This is especially bad in the entrepreneur world. I love it when people think that, I get to be my own boss when I become an entrepreneur. And what people don't realize is entrepreneurs work more hours than anybody I know. Okay, they work very long hours. There's no such thing as a beginning and an ending of a day sometime. Your day, you kind of just slide into your day, and then you eventually slide out of your day. And like I said, here it is at 10:15 at night, and I'm still working. So I was going to give you some tips, though, for the work-life balance. I maintain a pretty flexible schedule, but one of the things that I do is that, in addition to working hard, I also play very hard, and I schedule my playtime. I have a very close-knit group of friends here locally that about once a month or so we schedule a Saturday night get-together, and I look forward to those. They start about 8 or 9 o'clock at night. We get together, we have some food, we have some drink, we play some games, and we laugh hard. And I really treasure those moments because I can finally escape from work, and they force me to pull myself away from my phone and away from my desk, and I can just be in the moment and just let my mind relax and laugh hard. There's very few things as good as sitting with really good friends and just laughing deep down in your gut to where you're almost crying. So that's one thing, is as I say, I have to go through and schedule that personal time, that me time. Another one is I maintain a pretty rigid exercise schedule. One of the challenges with being an entrepreneur, and especially an entrepreneur who's, I'm going to say, more of like the speaking, thought leader type of entrepreneur, or anybody in digital marketing, is you end up spending a lot of time sitting on your butt at your desk. You can, wake up at 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning, and you might get up every now and then to grab a bite to eat, but other than that, you may be sitting at your desk for 12 hours a day. And it's going to give you a muffin top, it's going to give you a large behind, your muscles are going to start to gel on you. And so I have a religious workout schedule where I hit the gym from about 6 in the 6 to 6:30 time range, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And today is Wednesday, February 25th, and so I was at the gym about 6:15, 6:30, worked out hard, sweated, socialized a little bit there, but I put my headphones on, and again, it allows me to escape and really focus on keeping my body in shape, because this body that we have, there's just a limited amount of time to use it, and you don't want to just fall apart by sitting in front of the computer all the time. So for those of you that are watching, and also to you, Stephen, look at your calendar and get some exercise time, some recurring exercise time on your calendar. I just cannot, it's not really an option to me anymore. And you may be wondering, well, how do you do it, when you may have some work to get done? Well, I can tell you, and you can ask anybody in my house, that when 6 o'clock rolls around, or 5:45, and it's Monday, Wednesday, or Friday, I stop. I get up and I stop what I'm doing and I walk away. I go change my clothes, I get into my exercise clothes, or if I'm at an appointment, I will come home and I will change out of my business clothes to my exercise clothes, and I leave. I leave the house. I don't care if there's, there's very rarely fires, but if in the middle of writing up a proposal or somebody wants to talk in the evening, I'm unavailable. You can look at my calendar. That time is reserved. So that's the second item right there, is to maybe lock up some, specific exercise time to maintain that life-work balance. A third one is something else that kind of helps maintain a life-work balance is planning, and this kind of gets back to the first two things I said, is planning just that downtime from the computer. Planning the time away from the business. I'm going to look here at your question again to make sure I get everything answered. Yeah, I have my body clock forces me to, I get up like 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning, usually do some morning stretches, drink a huge glass of water, which wakes me up. But, my wake up times, my go to bed times, it keeps me on a pretty solid schedule. And something else I'm going to tell you that also helps with the life-work balance is scheduling some time in your business where you're working on the business and not in the business. And if you're a small business, you're noticing that you do everything from cleaning the toilets, taking out the trash, to getting new business, to actually executing the business. I would encourage you in there to find some time for networking. Find some time to get out with some other business owners, maybe a mastermind group, and just pull yourself out of your business a little bit. And if you notice, everything I've talked about has kind of a common theme of basically pulling yourself away from your business, getting like a 10,000-foot view sometimes, and just allowing yourself to plan and think about it so much without worrying about the nitty-gritty details. So I hope that helps. Again, we talked about scheduling some downtime with some friends, scheduling some exercise time, and just kind of overall scheduling and planning and sticking to that schedule. If you look at some of my other videos, I've talked about the thing where I like to look at my calendar, and I like my calendar to be filled up every single hour of every single day with something, even if that something is downtime. So like I said, you may have to schedule your downtime on your calendar, but it's going to come down to discipline. The way you're going to stay in shape is through discipline. The way you're going to socialize to your friends is set aside that time and be disciplined about that. So again, this was a great question, Stephen. I encourage you to ask more. And for the rest of you, either in that group or who are watching this on Twitter or Facebook or YouTube or whatever, please send me your questions via social media, via email, via any kind of comment area. I would also encourage you to subscribe. I'm going to try to put a little subscribe button up here in the corner for YouTube. Please go over to YouTube and subscribe if you like this video, if you want to know about the more videos as they come out. I really get a kick out of doing these, and like I said, I like sharing my experience of life with you. I've been at this business thing for 17 years now, going on 18 years, so I've got a couple of notches in my belt. I've made my share of mistakes, and I would love for you to not make those same mistakes. So again, send me some feedback, send me your questions, send me your comments, subscribe on YouTube, and let's grow together. This has been Patrick Allman with another 3 marketing tips, more like in, 8.5 minutes versus 5 minutes. But hey, I'll go as long as I need to answer the questions. You take care. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your attention, and we'll talk again soon.